Hi, I'm Peter Kalmstrom of kalmstrom.com Business Solutions. In this demonstration, I will continue working on the Excel recurring task solution that I've been building over a series of videos and demonstrations. So if you haven't followed along, then this might be a bit difficult to catch up with. We're going to do some rather tricky things in this. We're going to write some code, mostly code in this one, actually. So we're going to clean up a bit. We're going to continue on the picture. As you see, we have a picture link here in the task. And what I want to do is make sure that that is clickable. And I'm also going to make sure that this picture and the comment actually ends up in the task archive, because I forgot to add them last time. So I'm going to do that now. So let's start with that. We're going to type them here. Just type the headings of the two new columns that I want. So they should be the same. Let's look over here. So comment and picture, those are the ones I want to add. So I'm just going to type that in here. Comment and picture. A little bit wider on comment there. Picture can be rather thin because we're going to hyperlink that. So that's good. So now we're going to move on with some code. So let's expand the code pane here. We're going to add a function, and that, of course, functions are very useful for embedding functionality. So I'm just going to add a new function here. We already have the function main, of course, which gets called when this script is run from wherever. Now I'm just going to add another function, and that's going to be available. And it's usually good practice to put these, kind of free-floating functions on top, but it doesn't really matter because it works anyway. But it's good form to do that. So I'm just going to create a new function here. That's going to be a function that takes a row as a parameter, and then the column index of that row, and then creates a hyperlink from that based on the text. So we have a text here, right, in the cell here. We're going to make that a link. So that's what that's going to be doing. So we're just encapsulating. A function is, of course, encapsulating some functionality so that it's separate, and so you can troubleshoot that. So let's do that now. So the function, just going to do a new function, and that's going to be called set hyperlink. That's going to take two parameters, the row link, and that's going to be an Excel script range object, and then it's going to be the index, and that's going to be a number. So that's the function. So we're delimiting that by the curly brackets there. And then we're going to get the cell from this row. So that's going to be a cell. There's no cell object in Excel script, so it's going to be a range, but it's a range of one cell. So in fact, it is a cell. So that's going to be pixel. I'm going to call that cell, and that's going to be an Excel script range, as I said. And we're going to get that using the row link object, and that has a function called getColumn, and that takes the index. So we're going to call this with a row, for example, this row here, and then we're going to send in the entire row and get the column here, which happens to be the 9th column. So I looked that up before. Now I have the pixel. Then we're going to get the value from that cell, and that is also going to be a constant, and that's going to be the cell value. That's going to be a string, or it can also be a Boolean, or it can be a number. That's what you get when you're getting a value from a cell. So pixel get value. So now we have to first check if this cell value is actually something and the cell value is not equal to an empty string. Then we're going to do something with this, right? So that's the first check there that we're doing. Then we're setting another constant, which is the new link, which is going to be the Excel script hyperlink object, range hyperlink there. And we're just going to declare that like this. And the reason we're doing that is because we want IntelliSense on that object. That makes it very easy to work with. So we're saying that we're just declaring a new object, like here. We're instantiating a new object, and that's going to be of the range hyperlink type. So now we can set the new link, and you see here we get our IntelliSense. So the address is going to be the cell value, and then the text to display, that's going to be just image, right? Let's see, something is wrong here. Let's see there. Of course, we need to actually supply a string value because, of course, the cell value was defined as string, boolean, or number. But we want a string value there, so let's make it toString, and that will make it perfect. No warning messages there. And then we're going to apply this range hyperlink to the cell. So pick cell, the object we're going to work with, and there is a function for that, set hyperlink, and that takes a Excel range hyperlink object as a parameter. So that's what we want to do, our new link there. And that's it. Now we have our function that will take two parameters and make a hyperlink. Now the only thing we need to do now is to find the copy to archive method of the task class here that we wrote before. So now we need to make sure that we have a destination cell there, or the destination row rather, because that's what we're going to be working with. So as you see, we're using that here. We're making a variable there, let destination row, and so on. But let's declare that up here instead. So we'll move that up there. So because we're going to need it in any case now, if it's an archived row or not. So we're going to use that here. So there we're just declaring the variable like that. And then here, when we're adding the row here to the archive table, we're adding a row, but we want to get that row. So the destination row should be the archive table, get range between header and total. Yeah, you've seen that one before. And then get the row. And the last row of that is going to be get last row. Then we have the destination row there. And the other one, we can just set that one, destination row. And here we go. So now we always have a destination row, whether it's a new row or an existing row that's been updated. So now we can just use this function that we set before, the set hyperlink function that we did. And that's going to take the destination row as an object and the column 9. So now when we've updated all the code, we're just going to run it, and it should copy over these tasks here because now these are overdue. They should have been done a long time ago. Let's go into the archive, and of course we have nothing new in these columns that we added. So let's run. Some rows were removed here because they were overdue. So let's go into the tasks archive and check it. Should be at the bottom here, right? There you go, that's the link right there, and that will take you straight to the image. Now we can go ahead and control-click that link, and it should be opening over there. Yes, that's our koala bear. Thank you for watching this demo. Thank you.